They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, the man. Oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Put in the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put in the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
Back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up, I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast.
Okay, Coach, coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare first down. Now that last run good enough to have him surpass for his career, get this, folks, 12,000 rushing yards.
And how about this? You're in shouting distance now of the top 10 all-time rushers in NFL history. And in short order now, you've got Thurman Thomas, Franco Harris.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. A gain there of 30 big ones. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. 23 yards on the play. And the catches for him, they just keep piling up. Charles, that's now 1,031 catches for his career. Ties him with Steve Smith.
Yeah, and he plays the game the same way Steve did, with pride, with determination, some would say with anger. And that edge has given him the ability to catch 1,031 passes.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. On 2nd down now. It's Coleman, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory?
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, You've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Martinez operating from the gun. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
61. Matchbox, right.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Martinez escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber, exit.
On 3rd down, Martinez. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Completes it to Coleman. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
That's what. Right. What's on track? Go.
They'll set up to throw. And he'll find Hall. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Slam, slam, slam.
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is. A good effort there from distance, but he might have needed a little more help from the air conditioning behind him on that one.
It probably would have helped. This is awfully close to getting there. It was right on target, but it winds up being just a little bit short.
Now a handoff here to his running back, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a 2nd time.
To throw is Martinez on 1st down. This one caught by Davis. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh. Whip, Rob,
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hawkinson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Let's go. Set the engine. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Right back to Coleman here on first down. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
At the 47-yard line.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 41-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
56 to mark. 56. Up. 56. Let's go. Undercrush. Let go.
Looking to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Hall. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And a nice gain of 21 yards. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Back to throw now on first down. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Bears have retaken the lead. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Set. 30 base. Let's go.
Tackle back at the 28-yard line.
Get in here right there. Pilot, 64, weak. 58, come on. 65. What happened?
Martinez now to throw on third down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And take it right on the 30. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's caught by Coleman. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Tighten up, tighten up.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On second down, it's Coleman. Past the 20. Touchdown, Chicago! Tevin Coleman, his 5th touchdown now on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run.
Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off at the 45.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground again here. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now Martinez throwing on first down. They will find Davis. That's complete. That one goes for 24 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 down at the 33. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are back within a single score. Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 24-17. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
Here we go. You got nothing to run.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
Well, partner, if we had their entire playbook in front of us, I'm not sure we would have picked out that play as the one to run in that situation. How about the guts of the offensive coordinator? Dialing that one up into great success.
You got 4.
First down, here's White. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Over the middle, complete. It's Hall. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 29-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You'd be really
You don't deserve
upset,
anything
right?
for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play.
On 2nd down now, it's Coleman. The 20. Touchdown, Chicago! Tevin Coleman with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And he'll give it here to his running back. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Now they try the right side here. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Okay, under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You better talk to your boy. You better talk to your boy. Have him protect you.
The tackle made back at the 37-yard line.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Go! Zoom, fellas, let's go! Yep. Coming. 24 is the mic. Night, night, sweetheart. 24. Let go. Coming. I'm coming.
I'm coming. 24 is the mic. Let happen.
Here's Martinez. From the gun, he'll throw. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 45-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
First down at the 45-yard line.
Okay, Frank. 97 is the mic. Check back, check back.
Check 3, check 3. No. Off.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Martinez on first and 10. Completes it to Davis. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Switch. Rotates Bill. Scene 6. Jet. Hot.
To throw again. Martinez got his man there. It's Wallace complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10.
It's just me and you.
66. Bullet high.
Watch the twist.
Ready.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A 14-yard touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. And the kick here is good with a penalty flag down as well. And they may have run into him after the kick went away. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
56, the mic, boys. 56. Check 56.
Hey, check.
Check. Crouch.
They begin the drive with Coleman. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Tight dog. Okay.
They will run again with Coleman. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gap.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
Let's go.
Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. The defense did their job. Fourth quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at him from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there.
He's got a man, complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Martinez. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson. That'll bring up second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Chopper. High 7, let's go. Hey, motion to backfield. Motion to the backfield.
To throw is Martinez. To throw again. He'll get this one complete to Davis. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Mike 50, Mike
Delta. Man out.
Back to throw. Martinez. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Look at this. Middle of the field, a breakaway. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. But they're looking for a net.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened, because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
Go.
Martinez now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Now Martinez throwing on 3rd and long. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Looking left sideline, it's complete. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll run it with Coleman, going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or two. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Lions, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Time to bring the bass bird.
Swear I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why I do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that all makes sense. Ay, when you making bands, can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Ay, I know we the ones that ain't them. Put both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going bigger. Postmates, how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver. But I'm still a hot boy, cool it down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got